Welcome back, note takers. This is Noah Aaron with the On a Real Note podcast.
And this is Aiden, and I did not get put on the cast of Next Gen NYC because I slapped the producer.
Oh, well,
Allegedly.
I may be on Calabasas Confidential. We'll see. But,
And
but
Larsa Pippen's not gay son is going to call you a broke bitch.
he might. Well, I think that the angle they're going for is they're going to claim that I'm Brandy Glanville's third son. So we'll see.
But people are going to think you're a fucking Culkin sibling.
Oh, well, that's the
Just like
gag.
somebody thought Liam was.
Oh, Lord. He kind of does look like he could be a Culkin, huh?
No, I actually have a very specific comment from Reddit. I want to credit this Redditor.
Oh,
Okay, Lines in the Water said, I thought it was a previously unknown Culkin. Now that I know he's not even remotely famous, I'm very confused.
Previously unknown Culkin is insane.
Wow. I mean, after she said it, I could not unsee it. I mean, he looks like Rory, you know?
I get it. No, I get it. Well, the thing is,
He looks like he could be your
Culkin,
cousin. Did you
right?
see any
Well, and
resemblance?
I look like a Culkin, but but it's very distinctive. Like I can see what people mean. I can see what people mean.
You're right. I feel like I feel like when you move to LA, you could probably lie about that for a little bit.
There we go. Like I'm gonna go to the club talking about, oh yeah, I'm a Culkin. I,
Noah Culkin, look it up.
I know
Look it up.
them. I know that. And they're probably gonna get a TikTok posted by you if they look that up.
Ooh, well, I mean,
But yes, today we are not talking about the Culkin. We are talking about Next Gen NYC, which has just started its second season. We talked about the first season premiere last year, and we had a good time with it. So I was happy to see that it had been renewed and that we were getting a second season. It seems like, not to be too on the nose, but this seems to be the future of Bravo. These kids are carrying it.
right? No, I remember I did not finish season one. I watched, I think last season we did the first two episodes like we're doing
Yeah,
right now. So this will obviously cover the episodes 1 and 2 of season 2.
yeah,
But, I was like a little intrigued. Like I would see what was going on in the clips, but nothing enticed me to, keep watching. But I was saying season 2, they've set up some narratives that, I
yeah.
kind of want to follow, characters I kind of want to see more. And I think everyone's taking themselves a little bit less seriously, which I think was like the biggest problem in the last season. I was just like, you're nobody to be taking yourself so seriously. I think they're all
Right.
learning that. Even Ava Dash. Brooks is trying, but I don't
Yeah.
think he's as medicated as his mother, but yet he's still so like unresponsive as her.
Right. No, I think that I don't know. Brooks to me, ever since we met him on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, he's just always been kind of boring to me. Like I've never
Yeah,
found him interesting.
I know. Unfortunately, let's just cut to the chase. I think the Bravo kids, aside from Wiglet, Ariana, who has been on TV for 8 years, so she's been doing this shit.
Right. She knows what she's doing.
They're not the most compelling. I will say the
Not
Bravo kids. Gia's dragging on some boring drama. Brooks
right.
is uninteresting, but production wants to make him happen. And I
Mhm.
will say Riley is actually very entertaining because she has like Candy's mannerisms,
Yeah.
but she's a little bit messy like her stepdad Todd. So
Right.
and you see glimpses of that. But
Yeah.
I don't think Riley wants to do too much for the show. Which she
Well,
shouldn't. She has a bit
well,
of a
I feel
future.
like Riley has like enough, aspirations beyond reality
Yeah.
television that I'm sure she doesn't want to like go on a show like this and do something that crazy or make,
Yeah.
a huge fool of herself or something like that and damage her own reputation. Because I feel like she has the potential to do other things,
Oh, for
beyond
sure.
this.
And she has a mom who's kind of known for playing the game very well. I
Yeah.
mean, Candy lost her cool a few times and the headbutt people, but she was far from like Candy. I mean, she was far
Right.
from Kenya, Portia.
Well, I mean, yeah, Candy was definitely far from the stories we've heard about. That girl back in the day was ready to fight all them fat chicks from Escape. I think
You
we
are a
never quite saw
mess.
her get to that on camera, and I think that's the thing is Candy. I mean, Candy has an impressive resume considering she was on Housewives for over a decade and never really seriously damaged her reputation or did anything that crazy.
Right? I mean, people call her a little fast, but what's wrong
Well,
with that? What's wrong with that?
exactly.
But do you agree? Do you think the Bravo celebrity kids are, you know,
I think so.
clicking down aside from Wiglet?
I think part of the problem is that these kids kind of come from such iconic reality TV star, like, parents that I feel like to extent like, maybe we expect more from them. I don't know. Like, maybe I feel
Mm,
like, I'm like, "Brooks, like, your mom is Meredith Marks. Like, this lady's made for reality television. Like, why can't you do all that?"
right? Even
Or
Seth is entertaining. Even his daddy be funny.
right, yeah, with his daddy getting high and liking a toe up his ass, you know? Um, right? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
It's just
maybe
like,
he
yeah.
needs to get in a bathtub. I think he needs to get in a bathtub.
Well, that's what I mean, it works for his mom. You
But I
had that
mean, in his defense, Meredith really do nothing the whole season. She'll turn up for 2 episodes and then rinse and
when
repeat.
when I feel like even, like, for, like, Gia, I feel like the thing is, like, I have nothing against Gia, but I kind of am sick of already of her being on the show because it means we have to see Teresa every now and again, and I don't like Teresa. I'm sick of that
Yeah.
lady.
And I think it's clear. I mean, we kind of got glimpses of it last season where it was like, this isn't really the Bravo Celebrity Kids show. It was clearly
Yeah.
like they threw them in for marketing to build a fan
Yeah.
base, which is what lured me in. So clearly it worked.
Mhm.
But you could see that division in the cast who has like, organic connections with each other. They all grew up in New York versus these other kids kind
Yeah.
of just like, we're moving here, even though Gia's in Jersey, but it was like, it's not Hoboken or
Oh,
Jersey City.
she
She
got a little bit closer
up in the suburbs. She did get a little bit closer.
across the
I
river.
know she didn't officially move, but they
Um,
don't fit. They're not that interesting. I thought Melania would be a better fitter for the show, but
since she likes to throw
Melania's
haymakers,
too turned.
apparently.
Just I don't know. You saw that report?
Yeah, I saw that she was whooping everybody's ass in that house,
I mean, we saw it from a young age when she was dragging Gia across the counter at 4 years old.
right? And calling her dad a fat troll or whatever she called him.
Right? Melania's the real star, but
I I feel like to me, um, Charlie, Amira, and Georgia are kinda carrying right now.
right? I don't know about Amira. I mean, Amira's clearly like the narrator. The production wants
I mean,
Amira to
they
happen.
let her open
And I
the
love
season.
Amira. I know she's establishing the narration. She kind of
Yeah.
catches us up back. So, episode one opens to Amira kind of like setting the scene, where everyone's been, what they've been up
Mhm.
to. And the big gag is Hudson and Ariana broke up from last season.
Yeah.
But I do think they're kind of like the nucleus of the cast. I understand like why, a lot goes through them.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, I do think Ava is stepping it up a little bit too.
I mean, I gasped at her, throwing her daddy under the bus, talking about, "Well, I paid my half of the rent." Uh, c
She sat me talking about who hasn't gotten an eviction notice? Like me, girl.
right,
And my
right, and
daddy ain't Damon
I've
Dash.
never gotten one, but I mean,
Right,
like, what the I mean, it sat me when she was, like, differentiating, and
right.
she's like, "Now let's make it clear." She's like, "I've never been evicted. I have gotten a notice, but I've never been evicted."
But she was acting like, Girl, that's how leases work when you have a roommate. If they can't pay their half, you're on the bill.
Right,
Like that's
exactly.
how a lease works, my love. And if your dad didn't explain it to you, the one on the lease, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, no, and she's definitely got some stuff going on. We got to see, like, her kind of getting into it, with Gia,
Oh God.
um, that thing. So, I mean, she's in the mix, she's doing the thing.
Yeah. I just like, I don't know. I think she needs to commit more to being the villain. Obviously, she's
Mhm.
not as crazy as Charlie. She's not as off the cuff.
Right.
She's a little bit more, passive mean girl, which works
Mhm.
because she's not 50 like Giselle Bryant trying to do it.
Ooh,
So it's just like this
ooh,
is, age appropriate behavior.
okay,
But I kind
Giselle
of like when
Bryant
she's
on
being
training wheels.
standoffish and rude. It's like we need a little bit of a villain, but she needs to stand in it a little bit more.
Mhm.
Like if she's just like Gia, shut up. She's went with that. Like go back to Jersey.
Not go back to
No
Jersey.
one even knows you here. Like commit to the bit,
Right, she could use some more, like little one-liner zings to, like, get at the girls
right?
with, a little bit.
I don't know if she has the energy. She's a little lethargic, like Layla from Slow Mo. Just
Well, we know why Layla's lethargic, but I don't know about Ava.
but like they said, beautiful girl,
Beautiful girl, beautiful girl, beautiful gowns, lovely gowns.
lovely gowns.
But,
But the big gag is Ariana and Hudson. They don't think the relationship is real, which kind of everyone starts off with. We see,
yeah,
Georgia hint at it. Ava is very brazen about it.
yeah.
So what do you think about that? Because
I
for me, partially, it's like, well, they're on a show together, so they kind of have to. And
right.
she's taking brand deals and moving out companies. So it's gonna start a conversation, clearly.
Right. I mean, I think their breakup is for real, but I also think that I'm sure that, like, when they broke up, they had off-camera discussions of how to navigate the situation. So I think, like, at the core, it's real, but I think they're making the most of it and working it to the best of their advantage.
Mhm.
So I think it's a mixture of both.
Yeah, no, I agreed, and Ariana, like, you have to preface the fact that, even though nobody watched Don't Be Tardy, she was still filmed for 8 years, so it's like she's a
Right.
veteran at this, essentially.
She knows how this game works.
Right? She knows how this game works. She knows what to bring, and she's being coached by
Mhm.
freaking well, I don't know how much her and her mom talked. I know there was all that drama last season, but I thought she's seen Kim Zolciak do it for years, so
Yeah.
she knows how to drag on some drama with Kern Croy. And I already they have so many tattoos of each other. I was watching the after show. This boy got like 5, 6 tattoos dedicated to her.
Oh my
Her
god.
signature in red, which red ink on Caucasian skin seem like it's gonna stay. I don't know.
Right. Well, that's yeah, no, that's kinda crazy. That's kinda crazy to
I
me.
know. Even she
I've
has
ne
a few tattoos of him, but
I
and then she said on the after show that she don't wanna remove them because if something happens to him, she'd feel bad. So there's definitely some interlinking, but I do
Yeah.
think, at least on Ariana's side, there's a genuine desire to like move past it, discover what's more. But like
Right.
you said, I agree. They're kind of like, well, we're on the show, so this is
Right.
my
One thing I know,
storyline.
I think they're making the most of it, but that makes sense because I feel like they're also kind of at that age where, like, because I feel like we've all known people who, like, met their significant other as teenagers, like, their first love or whatever, and they stayed with them, like, beyond that into adulthood, and I feel like there's, like, a certain age, like, in your 20s where you kind of, like, start to, like, maybe realize, like, "Oh, I haven't really experienced anything else," you know? And I think there were a lot of people in those dynamics kinda do break up. So, I mean, it
Mhm.
all checks out for me.
Which the Hudson Ariana breakup is kind of like one of the schisms within the group, which kind of
Yeah,
fuels the dynamic because obviously Hudson isn't connected to anyone.
right,
Ariana's kind of like in the ins with the cast, within
right.
everybody. And obviously Charlie's on the outs because
Yeah,
nobody liked Charlie from last season. So we kind of see Charlie and Hudson are kind of like the outlier crew. And
right.
then Shy, who I'm still confused. Is he a cast member? Is he a friend of? But I
So
like Shy. He's fun.
he's credited as a main cast member, but he doesn't give that.
I know he's definitely given like comedic relief bridge, but I think we definitely seen more of him than we did last season. I feel like the first 2 episodes of last season, he either
Yeah,
wasn't in or like just got introduced. So I
yeah,
wasn't too familiar with him and how he'd show up, but he's fun, a bit of a court jester. Just
mhm,
like kind of embracing it, just very like open and like, very
yeah.
Gen Z with like, how he
Showing
shows
up
up
in
on
that damn
camera.
costume.
Him and Rowan both, like Brooke Shields' daughter, I feel like they
Yeah,
both have this very like Gen Z authenticity vibe that I'm excited to see on on the
right,
TV. They're both kind of just like embracing the moment. Like there's this
right,
very funny scene in episode 2 where like Shy's just vibing because he's still cool with Charlie, but he's also very close with Riley. And then
mhm.
Brooks comes up trying to have a confrontation, but he really wants to confront Charlie, but he's confronting Shy. And
Yeah,
Shy's just like, whoa. And
yeah.
Riley don't want to be there. Riley don't want to talk to Charlie at all. Which
Right.
is funny. She's like, I don't do hugs. Cheers.
What
And they
cheers.
all eventually go separate ways. And Shy just standing there like, what just happened?
Right.
It was very
Well,
funny.
that thing, yeah, no, he definitely gives a little bit more supporting character, but that's okay. I think
Yeah.
that we need on these shows, we need those kind of like just fun comedic
Yeah.
personalities that are gonna be a little bit more silly, a little bit less serious about it. I think
Yeah.
it
He
just
kind of
makes it more
fits.
enjoyable.
Yeah. He kind of fits in like a way Ashley on Rhode Island kind of does. It's like,
Yeah.
do you belong here? But they can kind of throw you in with anyone. You'll give a fun little, fun little anecdote cast moment.
Yeah.
Like him showing up in the horse outfit was just, it's what the cast needed, I think. Because so many of them, like I said, take themselves so seriously. But again,
Right.
they're stopping.
Right. One thing, and it can't all just be like the constant, like the ones that are like more serious and brand focused and the ones that are more messy, like Charlie. Like it can't just be those. We need someone like him to kind of be in
Right?
the mix.
I know. We need a Mira with the business sense, get into the bag.
Mhm.
Or we also need a Mira that just represents like somebody who doesn't have the cushion, like she expressed on the show, that like
Yeah.
has to work for things, has to constantly be grinding because it could go away. Her parents don't come from like what everyone else does. She doesn't have a
Yeah.
name to rely on, even if the name has notoriety from 30 years ago, like Damon Dash.
Right.
So, she has more to do. And I
Right.
kind of respect that and admire that, which is why, I like having a Mira on the show.
Yeah.
And I like seeing a trans bad bitch. So
Right. Well,
that
I like
too.
that. I do like that. I like the fact that we have that trans representation, but also I feel like really, even though she is trans and she gives that representation, like that's not. they don't like it's not like that's not like the point, you know? Like they don't
Yeah.
like her being transgender isn't like some focal point or made into some big deal really at all. I mean, it's not even really talked about.
Yeah, just kind
Um,
of just like, "That's a mirror."
right, and I think that's good for this type of show because this show is supposed to be like representing that age group of Gen Z where, for Gen Z, it's really not a big deal. Like that's just normalized. And it's not as much of a discussion.
Mhm.
Um, and I do like I agree with you that she kind of doesn't have the same situation as all these people. I kind of like that even though ultimately like all these people are to whatever degree nepo babies, I kind of like that we have different levels of nepo baby
Mhm.
going on here. Like I think it makes a nice mixture.
I know we have Bravo, we have legitimate celebrities with Brooke Shields.
We have
We
people
got
in
I have to look up Leah Mama. Leah Mama was for 20 years the president of Nickelodeon and they had an entertainment
oh,
division. So that's how he got snuck his ass on Nickelodeon. But I
right.
wonder she was there like pretty much throughout our childhood. So I wonder to what extent she was involved in the mess. Like was she
Ooh,
covering shit up?
ooh, the
Is that why
quiet
they
on set
cast her?
bullshit. They should have interviewed her ass for
Right?
that.
Right?
She probably said no.
So that's what was interesting about Liam to me. So I was like, okay, that's how you're connected. That's how you have these
Yeah.
coins.
Well, and
But
that's the thing is you have some of them whose parents are, like, on-screen talent, you have some who are, like, behind the scenes bitches, making those calls and
right,
stuff.
we have Mr. Zaxby's.
Yeah.
Did you see the press about his mom? That she
No.
beat up her 32-year-old boyfriend had an assault charge. She looks crazy. You should just
An
look up the
assault
mugshot.
charge.
Look up the mugshot. Yeah, with her 32-year-old boyfriend.
Oh,
So I think they both have messy mothers. So maybe that's why they bonded.
maybe. I could see it, I
But
could
she
see
looks
it.
like her and Kim Zolciak look like they would meet for lunch at a country club, have 3 martinis, and fist fight. That's what they
Ooh.
look like. And it'd be a great
Okay,
time. And
I
they would come
the
back
thing
the
is,
next
like,
day to
as you
golf.
describe that, I can literally see exactly what you're talking about.
But once I saw that article, I was like, okay, Hudson got some family shit too. Even
Yeah.
though there's millionaire money in there, they still be getting down.
Well, that's the thing is, I mean, money can't buy you class, as they say. Um,
Cool,
so I mean, even the richest people are the trash can be the trashiest.
right? When mm. And I mean, we know Ava Daddy trashy because we watched him on that show with his brothers being rude as hell.
I know, he was so mean and nasty on that family therapy
Which,
show.
makes me kind of feel bad for her because you can imagine how he probably treats her. To be a parent to sign a lease with your child and not pay is kind of fucking insane.
Right, that's the thing is it always floors me to see people kind of letting their bad financial choices and decisions and, like, their responsibility and stuff, like, impact their children in such a direct way. I'm like, "Oh, wow, okay."
Right?
But also, my thing with him is, like, I mean, I don't know exactly what his financial situation is, but I'm like, I don't know. I feel like you could have paid your part of the rent. Like, I
Right.
feel like you
Well,
just
girl,
chose to
the
put
last
that
time
money
he
toward
was popping, I think we were in diapers. So
I guess. I don't know. To me, I feel like I'm like, the money probably was there. You probably just chose to put it elsewhere and prioritize it elsewhere. You know
like,
what
oh,
I'm
you got your
saying?
show money now. I can see him saying that. Oh, you got your little show money now. You on Bravo.
Right. But it
Can't you see him saying that?
but the thing is, Bravo, they ain't paying what they used to.
Right. Especially on
That's when
first
SFA's
seasons of
good,
trial shows.
right? No,
Maybe
that's
she'll get
true.
herself a modeling deal.
Yeah. I mean, I think she'll be fine, you know?
She
I
might
think
not get
she'll
the doorman. She might not get the doorman.
right, yeah, so she might have to, get used to maybe a little less luxury, but I think she'll be okay. I think she'll be doing better than
Right.
we are.
Right. Even though we have a Teresa follow and she doesn't. Okay,
Oh,
I lied. We don't have a Teresa follow, but neither does Ava. So
well, according to her, she did momentarily.
right? Which to make that a storyline is so like, y'all got nothing going on.
Right, like,
But also
whether
that is an older woman. Not to call like
right,
like elderly, but like
right,
people of her generation and they phones. And
right.
Teresa's already not the brightest, bulb. So
Not the nice way of
I can
putting it.
fully see Teresa just like clicking buttons on her phone.
Yeah. Well, and also, but, like, it's just, like, the fact that they're both like, her and G are both digging in so deep on this, like, their heels so deep.
Right?
Like, Ava's just insisting, like, "No, she followed and unfollowed me," and Gia's like, "No, you're lying," and, like, the fact that they're just
Right?
both digging in so deep,
Yeah.
like,
Gia should
gives,
just be like,
like
what if she did? Or like my mom's old, and what about it? Like get over it.
right, I think
Which is
for
how
me, I
I
would've
would
been
have went about it. But they're
I
both
think, yeah, I
dragging it
would've been
out.
like, "Oh, maybe it was an accident." Like, I don't know.
Which leads me to believe they don't like each other and production needs to make them have dinner so we can really
Right.
get into the issues, 'cause I feel like if they don't got nothing going on and they like, let's have a Gia versus Ava beef. I think that would work well.
Right. But I
And then
feel like
Gia's gonna call Melania.
well, that's the thing is I feel like neither one of them are really willing to fully go there, for it to be
Yeah.
like when you think of like the iconic Bravo beefs of like over the years that like I don't know if either one of them really have like you said earlier, I don't know if Ava had the energy. I don't know if Gia had the energy either. Like I don't know if either
Yeah, that's
one
the
of them
thing is
really
also,
cared.
I feel like if Gia tried to go in, Ava would be like, and, like, walk away
Right.
or something.
Well, because like
So then
I
it's just like,
feel like
well, now we're not getting to see.
well, I feel like at least from what we've seen of Gia, like, on Jersey and stuff, when she would make her appearances, especially in the more recent years on that show, I feel like with Gia, like, she really only, like, kinda steps up when she's just being her mother's mouthpiece and, like, going after, her other family members
Yeah.
on her mom's behalf.
Well, maybe they need to add, Antonia on the show. How old is Antonia?
Well, probably old enough.
See? Maybe that's the drama we need.
Oh, I'm sure Melissa would be fucking salivating for that.
Oh, she would be all over the scenes making sprinkle cookies, trying to get
Oh
on the show too.
god. Oh
And
god.
Joe too. Never mind, never
Yeah,
mind.
no, I
Antonia
don't
can stay home.
it's enough that I have to occasionally see Teresa on my screen. I really don't need to see Melissa and Joe.
Which hopefully they keep that Instagram beef back where it belongs, on
Right,
the cutting room floor. Because
right.
even Rowan and Brooks were over that shit.
Right, well, it's just stupid. It's like, why are we so invested in whatever the fuck this is?
Right? But speaking of the new additions, let's start with Liam, who's introduced in episode 1 on some heated rivalry bullshit.
The
We get
fact
a
that
little
they
hockey scene, and then Brooks is introducing him, and I'm like, at first I'm like, "Is this Brooks' nigga? Like, what's going on?"
who is this man? Yeah.
Right?
What the fact that he came in talking about like, "Oh, I auditioned for Heater Rivalry," it's like, okay.
Right? We clearly didn't get it.
I not clearly. The fact that he's like, "Oh, I auditioned for the Russian one." I'm like, "Oh, not the Russian one." Not
And he's talking about my accent. I couldn't do an accent. Like, yeah, well,
well, I have a feeling that you couldn't do a lot of things that Connor Story did. Like, I don't think it was just the accent.
I mean, I'm sure at the ass part of the audition, he was like, "Oh."
Right, I do wonder, like, at the audition for that show, where they because like, everyone on that show has a nice ass, like, everybody. So, like, was that a requirement, like, "Show us your ass"? Like, I don't know.
I think
I
so.
don't think you can say that in a casting room anymore.
Well, I think that you're like, "Okay, let's do the underwear test." Or maybe they submit some, like, 8 by 10s. Maybe their agent has something,
Yeah,
something up their sleeve.
yeah.
Would you be pissed if your agent was submitting butt shots and you ain't know it?
Oh, yeah, I bet this is not classy. This is not my brand. I'm trying to win a daytime Emmy, how dare you?
Well, the Meet a Rivalry boys went from nothing to something.
That's true, I mean, I guess for that kinda career boost and probably whatever money they're getting, I mean, I guess I might do maybe I have no limits, who knows?
Right? But Liam seems fine for, like, a guy on reality TV.
Yeah,
He's not crazy on villain like Charlie, which,
right.
is a kind of a one of a kind approach. But he seems chill. It seems like his major thing is
Yeah.
gonna be that he seems to like Ariana, so
Yeah, that's, like, mainly what they've been building up with him is that him and Hudson are gonna
yeah.
be clashing over the Ariana thing, and I have no idea how real that is, like, I really can't tell if he, like,
Yeah.
actually, like, organically, like, likes her or if this is purely for the show. I'm part of
Right?
me thinks it's purely for the show because it seems to be really all that he's got going on and the only reason for him to be here.
Right? And I mean, we know he has, an acting background, his mom in the entertainment industry,
Mhm.
so it's just his break, his chance to be a reality star. But he does seem like interesting with his 5011 jobs. He's like, I'm a volunteer firefighter. I act,
Right,
I do this. He's listed a bunch of things, which he
right.
actually does do the firefighting though, because he was up in Lake George like, talking about training. So I was like,
Yeah,
okay, you're not just saying shit, you're doing shit. And it seems like, he's living like a rich kid should, going on auditions when you can,
yeah.
doing fun shit, traveling. So I'm not mad at him.
Kind of just doing, like, whatever, whatever tickles your fancy.
Right? No, which is like a chill guy. Obviously, he's fine with Brooks. It seems like he doesn't really,
Mhm.
you know, he likes the gays. It seems not
Yeah,
in
no
that way, but
yeah.
it seems like a vibe. I like that he has his own kind of like friend group. He grew up in New York, so he has a few people that he's introduced that
Mhm.
has friends at parties, which I thought was interesting because they could definitely like, build the show off of that arm and expand with him and his friend group. So
Yeah.
that was
Well,
interesting. That was something I kept in the back of my head. Like, okay, is
yeah,
Liam gonna take over the show now?
maybe possibly, especially if he's got some really interesting friends. Um,
Right?
Well, and I think yeah, and I like the aspect of having a native New Yorker here because I feel like, similar to Roni, I feel like, the location, the fact that they are in New York City is obviously a huge part of the show, and, I always see this said about, like, shows that take place in New York, scripted or reality, that like, the city is usually, like, a main character in and of itself.
Mhm.
Um, so I think the more native New Yorkers we have on the show, probably the better. Um,
It's just a different vibe than some, transplanty rich kids. Even though
right,
there are rich kids in New York who are doing Gossip Girl, but that's, how they lived,
right.
going to Chapin and Dalton and shit.
Right. Well, and, there's a lot of debate on what constitutes a New Yorker. Some people, like
What?
Jennifer Lopez, obviously, are of the opinion that if you aren't born in New York, you're not a New Yorker. Um,
Ooh.
I've seen a lot of people
For a
say
native New Yorker.
I've seen a lot of people say there's like a 10-year rule. Like once you've lived in New York for 10 years, then you're a New Yorker.
Not a 10-year rule.
That's what I've seen.
I mean,
Do you have an opinion?
I don't know. I feel like you gotta put on the Yankees cap and then you know how the sorting hat on Harry Potter yells out your house? The Yankees cap gonna be like, "New Yorker!" or not. So, you just gotta see what the fates tell you.
All right. Well, New York, New York.
And your mom does count. Your mom is a New Yorker to me.
Oh, she's a New Yorker.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe I am too. How about that?
Oh, Lord. Well, we get into episode 2,
Yeah.
and we're seeing some familiar faces. Riley is back. We're
Mhm.
introduced to Rowan, who was Brooke Shields' daughter, who we've hinted at a few times.
Yeah.
And we get another major beat of the season, which seems to be Charlie versus Georgia about the
Yeah.
bowling alley club, which I remember introduced last season with
Yeah.
her scamming crypto boyfriend with an ill-fitting suit,
There's a lot of crypto
who
scammers
right?
in
Which
this
her
game.
new boyfriend is also crypto adjacent, which Ava
Mhm.
had some sense in their little dual confessional being like, I need you to move further away from the crypto books. And I like Ava's daddy's a scammer, so she knows some scamming when she sees
Right.
it. And that's why she has a nigga with a job. Cause I know who
Ooh,
Hook is. He's a wrestler. And his daddy was a famous wrestler, Taz. So she has a man who knows about the public eye and has a job. Good
I
for
mean, what
her.
more
He
can
can
you
fight,
ask
I
for?
think. Huh?
What more can you ask for?
Right? Right? And they were together last season. They're still together. So,
Right?
seems to be working.
No brother on your arm, Ariana.
Well, she's trying. She got her little love triangle now.
Right? She's got a little something going on. She's got these
Right?
men
Maybe
fighting over her.
And I feel like Bravo loved giving us Zodiac the show. So if she wants a dating show, she'll probably get
That's
one.
true. Like, cause I never watched a single episode of Charlie with for the party, and I was always confused. I was like, "So why is that show on, and why has it been on for so long?"
At this point, tax fraud.
That show got, like, a decade on the air.
No, it had not like 8 seasons over 9 years.
Yeah,
It's kind of insane.
and just,
Can't
like
can't name one. I haven't found one person who watched.
yeah, money laundering.
I mean, at this point, maybe
Yeah,
they want to give Kim Zolciak a show, not Ariana getting a show,
right. Well,
and Loki is Ariana's show,
I guess if these girls willing to play ball.
and they are. I mean, Ariana's one of the more captivating,
Mhm.
women on the show.
I feel like Ariana, she's very willing just to, like, put it all out there, you know?
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, with the first season, like, right off the bat, she was like, "Oh, yeah, my mom stole money from me."
Yeah. But there's like relatability. We've kind of watched her grow up. We know who her mom is, who's
Mhm.
kind of crazy. So I think we want to root from her from that dynamic as well.
Yeah.
And she's also very open and honest. So, all the makings of a good reality star, very off the
Mhm.
cuff. I'm into her. I like Wiglet.
Not Liquid. You sound like Fade right now. I love old frack.
I love what Ariana and Riley. I keep wanting to call this girl her mama name, Candy.
Yeah.
Riley,
I mean, she's a lot like her mama.
I know, making facial reactions.
Do you
But she's doing more than eating and reacting and getting the highest paycheck. So
yeah. Do you think Riley's ever gonna threaten to headbutt somebody on the show?
no, but I think she might say, I'm worldwide. I'm worldwide, bitch.
I can't. I'm worldwide. I'm embedded in your motherfucking brain.
But I don't know. I can't see any of these people getting Riley out of character like that. Because
Right.
she genuinely seems to enjoy the girls for the most part. She really just seems to dislike Charlie. So Which in
Yeah.
her defense, she gagged him talking about, "You're shady." Which, I mean, if you've seen the articles in the street, which they displayed on the show, he was
Yeah.
in there during the whole crypto kidnapping situation,
The
so
crypto torture house.
and then even Charlie could have admitted, "Well, what have I been to shady?" Then he had to take a beat. Then he was like, "What have I done that's shady to you?"
Nothing. He's
And
like, "You know what?" He's like, "I get it, but also I ain't done nothing to you, so let's chill." You know, I find Charlie very charming. I mean, I don't know what it is
Yeah,
because like, he is clearly such, like, a little, like, rotted ass, scamming ass bitch, but, like, I'm kinda
yeah.
like, "You know what?" Like, I
You
feel
get
like
sucked in.
he's very aware of, like, what he is.
Yeah, and they acknowledge it on the show, and I think it's the fact that it's kinda maybe like, a little, like, is relieving the right word? Refreshing? Just to have somebody just be saying shit.
Yeah, no,
You
and
hang
that's
out with that one friend sometimes, it's just like, "Yeah, I agree."
well, the thing and Charlie, he's just, like I think with him it's like how you mentioned earlier, like how you wish Ava would like lean more into being a villain if that's what she wants to do. I feel like Charlie is the type that he is totally fine with being the villain. He doesn't care. He doesn't
Yeah,
care about like his reputation really. He doesn't care what the relationships are with the other people in the group. Like he's
yeah.
fine. Like because like these first few episodes were very much giving like Charlie versus the house. It's like everybody
Yeah,
versus
no, they
everybody
definitely
can
were
get
trying to
fired.
ice him out the show.
Yeah,
But I
and
think by the end of episode 2, they were like, "Okay, production not gonna get rid of him, so I guess we gotta deal
right.
with it."
That's something, but it feels like he's kind of like just doesn't give a fuck. Like he's like,
No, he
okay, if it's
doesn't.
everyone against me, that's fine.
Right? No, he's fine. I'll go talk to your ex-boyfriends and bring them get them a job.
Right. But the yeah, so like
He's
I
a bit
mean
of a
that
stunt queen. He has some Kenya Moore in him.
what I feel like it's kind of like where he's like a sketchy individual and he's willing to be a villain, but like he's not like at least so far, he doesn't take it to a level where it's just gross, where I'm just like, oh, I don't like you. You're a bad like you're just
Yeah,
genuinely like a horrible person. Like it doesn't
yeah,
go into that level or that territory because there's some
right?
villains on reality TV where they're just so despicable that it's like I can't even like be entertained by you.
Yeah, and especially sometimes when the villain is a man, it gets like,
Yeah.
mean. But I think he keeps it petty enough that it's like, he's talking about
Right.
Brooks needing to speak the fuck up. He's like, Brooke
Right.
needs to go find an interesting thing about him and not bother me. I was like, God damn.
That was shady,
Ooh,
but you know what? It was a great read. It was a
right?
great
And then
read.
he came back again, like, look at Brooks having some bass in his voice. I was like, damn.
That thing, it was giving Omarosa LaToya. "Ooh, you put a little bass in your voice."
He has something very Omarosa-ish about him.
Right, no, just definitely
And he's a bit of
made
a stunt queen like Kenya. Walk around with Georgia ill-fitting suit scamming ex is crazy.
right?
And then
That's
talking to her ex, talking to her new man at the party, like she ain't mad at you. It's just even going up to Riley, knowing Riley don't like you. He's just like he'll do it.
right. Why? He just doesn't give a fuck.
And I'm sure he's a production's dream. I'm sure that after they mic him up, he's like, "All right, bet." You don't even need to brief him and give him a plan. I'm sure he just know what to do.
He knows yeah,
I'm
he's
just
just
like, okay, I'm gonna go talk to Riley. Then I'm gonna go talk to Georgia man. And we're gonna see what happens.
one thing, that camera turns on and he's just like, "Boom."
Right? No. Yeah, Charlie, snap, snap, snap.
Yeah, no, he's definitely he's giving it, he's earning his keep on this show,
Before he
and
goes to jail, probably. Shit, who knows what's gonna happen with him?
right, I know, I did cackle when Amira was given, like, the update, and she's like, "Well, most people were in the Hamptons, Charlie was almost locked up for the summer."
Wow.
The
Well, yes.
paparazzi pictures of him, like, coming and going from that house, like, just every time they flash them on screen, I was cackling.
Having TikTokers freaking boarded up against the Empire State Building, recapping the case.
It literally felt like if you've ever watched, like, one of those, like, Snapped or Deadly Women or, like, Dateline 2020, like, where they show, like, the little blurry photos of, like, the killer or whoever it was, like, exiting a building that, like,
Those
the
damn
private
photos of Luigi
investigator
at
or someone took.
McDonald's. That's the footage of Luigi at McDonald's.
Not Luigi at McDonald's. You know what? I wanna go to that McDonald's and have a word with that employee that called the cops. I wanna have a word with her. I know the internet already bullied her, but I wanna have a word with her.
And I'm sure she'd even get the reward. She'd even get the reward.
I don't know, they don't from what I've heard, like, they always have a technicality to make sure you ain't gonna get that damn reward. They
I
always have a
believe that. I
technicality.
believe that.
Oh, the police are liars, like, what do you know? Big shocker. But, Yeah, no. You know what? And if Charlie does get locked up, we're gonna be right here on this podcast talking about free Charlie,
No, I don't know about that. I don't know about
free
that.
Wendy Williams, free
Fr
Charlie,
Free Wendy, I don't know about Charlie.
a
Do you think
free
they'll
or
put him in
both.
jail with Diddy and Luigi?
Well, Diddy is exactly where he needs to be, but but free Wendy, free Charlie, free Luigi, get them all a show
Together?
together,
Oh, wow.
because you know Wendy is gonna be talking about the killers on set in reference to Luigi, the killer.
I feel like Charlie gonna link up with the Fire Festival guy in jail. Is he still in jail? Did he get out?
I
Mr.
think he
Fire
got out because
Festival?
I remember seeing something about how he was trying to host another festival. I was like, "Oh, you ain't learn a damn thing,
You're not gonna get no creditor. Nobody's gonna sign on to this.
right? You think you're gonna pull this scam twice?" I I
He
mean,
hopes so.
at first when that whole Willy Wonka scam happened, that whole thing happened, I was Googling if it was if he was behind it. I was like, "Was this the same motherfucker?"
I mean, I think that was a little small scale for him. You know, he wants the nice shit.
Well, you know, I mean, or
He wants
actually, you know what?
yachts.
Let's get Charlie and Anna Delvey on a show together. Why is
Ooh, I can see
honestly,
that.
I know Anna Delvey's a little bit older than these people, but she can be on Next Gen NYC. Why not?
Can that girl film outside her house?
I think she should be off of house arrest by now, right?
Okay. Then if
I
she
would
don't got the
think
anklet. But I just feel like Anna gonna eat these girls up and then no one's gonna wanna film with her.
that's true. She's gonna have one season before she gets iced out.
I do wonder who she'd like though. I feel like she would try to walk around with Ava and be rude.
That's a yeah. No, I could see her either linking up with Ava or maybe like Georgia and Amira. I could see that like happening.
I can see that too.
I could see
Whoever
them being
has some
some mean
clout and some
bitches.
coins. Whoever has some clout and some coins.
How do you feel about Georgia? We haven't really talked about her.
Like, we have to talk about her in Club.
Yeah.
She she is enlightening me a bit more. I didn't like her last season with her not washing her hands and playing victim
I
and
love that still gets brought up though.
right? And then, the fake quirkiness was a little annoying. I think she's toned
Mhm.
it down a little bit. She's showing
Yeah.
up more as herself. And,
Yeah.
I love her. Well, what is it? The gay network?
The gay grapevine.
The gay grapevine.
And she's talking about
That
she
bit is
said
funny,
her gay grapevine is an international network that she's
right?
built. And like,
And she's hearing tea from people who haven't even been in the same country as other bitches.
well, I feel like it's like it's her version of like, well, the street said. She's like, well, the gay grapevine said.
It
I heard through the
it is her
grapevine.
word on the
Through the
street.
gay grapevine.
The gay grapevine. I do enjoy the gay grapevine.
Right.
No, she has a new man. I appreciate her, her commitment to try to find, scam a man to fund her businesses.
Well,
'Cause
I think, and we found out in the very first episode that she went into a treatment program for her eating situation.
I must have skipped over that, but
Yeah,
good for her.
good for her. But then also, like, they were bringing up because she about her kind of like being shady to Amira about her.
Oh, yeah, no, they were talking about that.
Which I mean, honestly, it makes sense to me because I feel like, in the same way that people always talk about like it's like former fat people that are gonna bully like fat people the most. It's like same thing with like bitches that have EDs are probably gonna be the biggest bullies to other bitches that have EDs.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know? It's
Like
kind of like in that realm of like, well, you know what? I deal with this, so I can say what I want about it. I can be messy. Which no,
right,
I
and they were
kind of
trying to
agree with. I feel like sometimes if you've been through some shit, it kind of gives you a bit of a free pass.
right? I mean, a little bit.
Right.
But they were also talking about how, like, there could have been another reason because Georgia was, like, playing footsie with Amira's man and getting all
Mm.
flirty and close with him,
Mm.
which kinda got buried in that episode. I don't know if it'll get brought up again, but
It
I was like,
might.
"Oh,"
It might.
and I feel like the T-girls don't play about their men, I feel like.
Yeah. Well, I think in general, I wouldn't want to steal a New York bitch's van. I feel like they might swing.
Amira seems too classy for that, I don't know,
Right? She's kind of she's at least like Nina. Like I'm sorry, not gonna have it on the camera.
right?
She's gonna be my ass
Meanwhile,
off
Wiglet,
camera.
I don't know, I could see Wiglet throwing down if need
Oh
be.
yeah, I could see Ariana if she gets pushed far enough and maybe had a little liquor in her. I could see her getting lit.
Ariana's one of the few I could actually see fighting on this show.
Mhm.
Most of the guys will probably I can see fighting.
I
Shy, I don't see starting a fight, but Might swing
I
back.
could see Gia Melania jumping someone.
I think Gio will only jump in. Melania might throw that first hit if she ever does a
Me
little
me and my sister
cameo.
would have jumped Tia.
Riley's too classy to fight.
Oh, no, Riley, you will never she at most, she might threaten, like, she might make a little bit of a threat, like, I'm gonna do
Yeah,
something, like, she might threaten to do
yeah,
something, she's not gonna touch anybody.
yeah.
Not on the
Rowan,
camera.
who we could talk about in a moment. I feel like Rowan, she might pop somebody in the mouth, but I think Brooke would not be happy about that.
Oh, yeah, Brooke would be like, "Bitch." Brooke would definitely have her out of that contract like, the next day.
I know we only got a little bit of her, but what'd you think about Rowan? I liked her energy and her little
I think she
lashes, her little
seems
twiggy lashes.
yeah, she seems fun, she seems, like, genuine and, like, like, she seems like, because I think sometimes, like, nepo baby especially when your parent is, like, someone who is, like, kind of, like, as famous as Brooke Shields has been and everything like that, I feel like some of those kids can be very, like, high on the supply and, like, just very, like, so
Not
full
high on
of
the supply.
right, just, like, so full of themselves and, like, they think they're something, like, they think they're something great. Um, and I feel like it's easy for kids like that to kinda feel like they can leech off of their parents' greatness, but she just give me that vibe. She seems like a very just, like, down to earth, type, you know?
Definitely gives me like lives in the moment, a little
Yeah.
whimsical. I love how she was showing up, just like saying shit, kind of reacting
Yeah.
to what everyone was doing, just like off the cuff. Like I liked her energy.
Yeah.
Tried to see more, like, learn more about her and how she interacts in the group.
And she
Because I
seems
don't know
like
what
the
her storyline's gonna be, but I feel like
yeah.
just being parading around with Brooke Shields is enough for your first season. I think so.
Yeah. When she just seems like the type that's like, "Yeah." She'd be like, "Yeah, I'm an Epo baby."
Yeah,
Like, she
she's definitely giving me like a commentator, a reactor. I don't see her
yeah.
being in the drama or starting fights, but I'm
Mhm.
getting funny confessionals. I'm getting like people will be fighting you would look at Riley like, "Bitch, you see this?" Like
Yeah.
that's what I'm getting.
Yeah. And I like that. I like that. I like that we have characters like her, like Shy or like Riley or whatever that,
Yeah.
like that we know they're not gonna do too much, but, like, they do enough in their own lane, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And she got her little boyfriend. That's all we really learned about her. That she's Brooke Shields'
Yeah.
daughter has a little boyfriend. Which her and Shy were like kind of had similar personalities. So I was like, oh, they're kind of cute. I would be into
Right.
this, but she got a man in 4 years.
Well,
So
now that she's on reality television, that could change.
maybe she'll cheat. I don't know. I mean, maybe. Shy's
Maybe.
cute.
He is.
He's
He is.
funny. And them shirts kind of cute. Shy, if you see this, I would love a shirt like a 2X. If you I can send you my measurements, but I
Can I
like the
can
shirts.
I also get a shirt and a 2X so I can walk around my apartment in it?
No, give him a small.
A small.
And can we get matching color palettes if we can?
Ooh.
Just use the same yarn,
Yeah. We'll post pictures and TikToks and stuff in it and everything.
right?
We'll model the
We'll
garments.
tag you, and then we'll drag people being mean to you on the show, like Queens of Bravo
Right.
when they get paid by Robin. Did you see Lindsay Hubbard going off on Queens of Bravo?
I did not so I don't ever since Queens of Bravo blocked me, I don't really see
Oh
stuff from them
yeah.
anymore.
Well, they can choke then. But yeah, Lindsay Hubbard was dragging them.
I mean, I'm convinced that I
It's
don't know
Robin.
who runs Queens of Bravo, but I'm convinced it's someone miserable.
Yeah.
I would sooner break bread with Club Charlemagne than Queens of Bravo. How about that?
No, not too much on my system own.
How
She
about
already got
that?
jumped. She doesn't need.
Well, I saw it because I wasn't fully aware of just how hard she went on Hudson Williams, and I thought it was quite rude.
Wait, what did she say about that?
She been saying all kinds of mean stuff about how she talking about Connor's story. She said she can't wait for this heated rivalry to be over so she can get away from that man. So he can get away from that
Oh
man,
damn.
Hudson Williams.
She,
She,
why is she
she
treating him like he's Kylie?
right? That's like literally she's like talking about Hudson Williams is gonna sink Connor Story's career.
Like he's Kylie. It's crazy.
She hates him.
That's insane. Let that Asian boy live with his slutty Peloton commercial.
Right?
That came on in the movie theater for me. I was like, this is it's a little hot and
In the
heavy for the movie
movie
theater.
theater. They're
Yep.
determined to make sure these heated rivalry boys are overexposed.
Right? I was at the movie theater. Okay.
I didn't that's thing, I thought the cinema was a safe place. I thought the
Right?
only one that could come for me there was Nicole Kidman.
Right.
And
And
I
I'm usually at like, the Alamo or my other little indie theater. So they have little curated
oh,
showings. But
I
I
know
was
that
somewhere
place you like to
else.
stay when you're in Beverly Hills.
But no, I was somewhere else I don't even know what the fuck I was seeing. I think this was for Scary Movie. I was at a theater I didn't really go to, so
Mhm.
I
No,
showed up.
no,
So I usually do my little 10-15 minutes before the screen wasn't even on. I was like,
not
oh.
not actually at the theater you don't normally go to. I bring my own drinks to places like this where they play slutty Peloton ads.
Now,
There's
I did
no
not bring
class
my own
here.
drinks up in there. I did not bring my own drinks up in there.
Well, sometimes it's fun to sneak things into the movie theater.
I mean, yeah. But I mean, the movie theaters I like to go to serve you drinks at your seat, so that's
Ooh,
why I don't need to do that.
well, we ain't got that in Kansas. Um,
All right, Dorothy.
Dorothy Gale, that
But it seems like
hillbilly bitch.
we're set up for some fun beats on the show, though. I don't.
Yeah, no, I definitely the show is getting off to a good start this season. I don't foresee a sophomore slump. I think it's just gonna keep being good and going up. And
Yeah,
I think Bravo's gonna continue to invest in these shows kind of featuring like the next generation of like reality stars
mhm.
and
Yeah, I
personalities.
know like an LA one was floated around, and Calabasas Confidential's coming for their bag, so
Yeah.
they're gonna have to hit back. But I'd be intrigued by what an LA Nepo Baby show could give. Although,
Mhm.
I do like the New York of it all.
But I feel like sorry, I need to fix my light.
Nah, I want an Atlanta one. Can we get some like hood rich Atlanta people, or like, all those Atlanta famous celebrities? Pretty much like if you were delivered by Dr. Jackie, you could be on the show.
Not
I would watch that.
not Dr. Jackie done delivered the next generation of stars.
I mean, I said you could put together a next gen ATL
Well,
with only babies delivered by Dr. Jackie. I feel like
you
it's possible.
you know Dr. Jackie delivered me, right?
Shut the fuck up. I'm not dealing with you.
Um, but yeah, no, I see it. I think that it's smart because I feel like having like the LA show, the New York show, and like you said, we need to get an Atlanta show. Like just like regular housewives, like we get such different personalities
Mhm.
and dynamics and everything depending on where you go. Like it really like this really could be the next
Yeah.
like housewives and everything.
Right?
It's
Ooh, I would watch the fuck out of Next Gen Utah. I don't know what celebrities or what they got over there, who they can tap into over there,
hell,
but
let's do next gen London.
right? Ooh, I mean, if you can get one of Heather's boring ass daughters on the show, and you can center it around them, because
Yeah.
she's the only one who I think has kids old enough to be on TV right now.
Yeah.
Well, I think Lisa's son Jack, but he don't seem like he'll do TV.
Right. No, I think he don't even like his mother. But,
That
well
wasn't nice.
well, sorry.
The Lisa Barlow stands are gonna get you.
You think I'm scared of that?
You should be.
Oh, you know what? I've taken on the Ariana Grande fans and, you know, they are kinda crazy.
Alright.
I've taken on the Ariana Grande fans, I've taken on the Cardi B fans that, you know, I've tussled with the best of them, so bring it on, Lisa Barlow fan.
Well, I know who I'm not messing with. I'm not messing with the stories.
Ooh.
After our last episode, they sent me a
Right,
threat.
no, see, because they get a little ratchet. They
Yeah, and I
they
don't know
throw
if they
hands.
liked my Club Chalamet episode. They might send me a threat next.
I'm just saying, like, reading about that, when she said that somebody pointed at her and said, "I know who you are, bitch," I would've been scared. I would've left. I would've left the venue the moment someone said, "I know who you are, bitch." I'm like, "Uh-uh." Especially, like, the way she was describing how she was wearing this whole, like, sun protection thing and they still recognized her, I'd be terrified. I'm like, "Oh, no, I'm good. Uh-uh."
She need to be rolling around with security now.
She needs security more than the boys do. Simone, you need a security detail.
Simone girl, hire me. No, I don't do security, but
I was screaming at the store at the Connor Story fans though, bragging about talking about we dog walked that bitch. I was like, "Whoa, whoa." I was like "You can't be going online bragging about dog walking a middle-aged woman. That's insane."
I do wonder, like the reaction Connor and his team had after that. Like,
I'm
how do you even
sure
react?
I'm sure that just cemented for him and his team that she will never get as close
Yes.
to him as she got to Timothy.
Oh,
W
yeah, no, they need to stop. They're
we're
not gonna
never get
entertain it like Timothy's team.
Yeah, we're never, ever, ever getting a selfie of Simone and Connor Story together. We're not getting that.
I
Definitely.
definitely am of the camp that Timothy's team was entertaining it to a degree.
Yeah.
'Cause I feel like there was no way she would get that level of access just, like, by regular,
Oh, yeah,
fan
definitely not.
activity.
Well, especially because like, by the time she got access, he was already a rising star, like, maybe if she had gotten to him, like, when he was, like before, like, Call Me By Your Name and shit.
Yeah. Or even, like, during Call Me By Your Name, but it was, like, it was, like, the Wonka era. He was in his
Yeah,
stardom.
absolutely. Yeah,
Ooh, Chanel, turn it up in the back. Mash it up, Chanel. But to close out the episode, what do you think of will come of the storylines? Who do you want to see more of? And are there any
yeah,
feuds you expect? I definitely think Charlie and Georgia's club feud
yeah.
will, be a storyline between him
I
trying to scam her ex, who was trying to scam her when she was trying to scam him. They all
yeah,
scammed each other. I'm kind of into it.
yeah, no, I think that's definitely gonna continue to be a big storyline. I think that, I hope they make it more interesting if they're going to, but I do think that the Gia and Ava thing is probably gonna continue to come up.
Hmm.
But yeah, like, hopefully they dig a little bit deeper for that, because if it's
Right.
gonna be what we've already seen all season, I don't want it.
Right. I'm just like, screw the Cold Wars. But that's all
Yeah.
they really know in Jersey.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see an escalation of the love triangle between, between Wiglet and her boys. Uh,
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that's gonna
No, Hudson
continue to
moving crazy. Hudson moving kind of insane.
yeah. No, I think we're gonna
Like,
continue to
possessive and over the top, and for what?
yeah, no, I think we're gonna continue to see that escalate. Um, I'm curious to see I hope we get to see more of, like, Charlie and Brooks, because I feel like maybe Charlie can get Brooks to turn up a little bit more.
Right? I mean, at this point, he has to. And I feel
That's
like
the
if
thing.
Brooks cursed out Charlie would cackle, be like, "This is the fake ass bitch I've been waiting for."
That's
Like New York.
Not no, I wanna see that. I wanna see them because I feel like Natalie, like, "I'm gonna go after the cake to see you turn up, Tanisha." Like, I wanna see Charlie go after something to get Brooks to turn up.
Maybe if Brooks hosted maybe at Brooks Resort where he can turn up on it. Not him showing up at that warehouse in Texas trying to knock shit over. I don't
Oh
know.
my goodness. And Charlie would do it. Charlie would do it.
Charlie would do it.
But, yeah, that's kind of what I foresee as far as, like, the major points that we're gonna
Yeah,
see.
no. Likewise, I definitely think this love triangle is gonna be
Mhm.
ran to the ground. I do think we're gonna get more of Liam. I don't know to what extent. I mean, obviously the love triangle, but
Yeah.
I think they might explore him and his friends more as like maybe a test. I
Right.
do feel like the cast is like it's not like a housewife where there's like seven main people. We have like
Yeah.
10 to 12 kind of like people of varying degrees, which is
Right.
I never watched the Vanderpump or I only watched Summer House Martha's Vineyard, but probably
Yeah.
reminds me more of the model from those shows where there's like a few more cast members, thrown into the mix.
Right. Well, and I think the fact that they didn't like, they kept everyone from the first season, but also added a couple more people makes me think that, they might start,
Oh
giving
yeah,
people the
spots ain't safe.
that thing, yeah, I think they might start, I think, if there's a season 3, which I'm sure there will be, but if there's a season 3, I feel like that's when we're gonna start hearing about, people exiting. Like, I think they're probably gonna
Yeah.
start cutting people and changing things up and shaking things up.
Yeah, like if Hudson and Ariana don't last, Hudson's gone.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't really have any ties to the show.
Right.
I could see them phasing out Shy if no one really wants to talk to him anymore.
Yeah. That thing, yeah.
Liam could be like hit or miss depending on if pretty much whoever Ariana picks, like
Yeah.
might stay, but they might keep Liam around because he has
She's in
connections.
charge of the
Like
motherfucking eliminations
low key, she is. I think all the Bravo Lab kids feel safe to me,
for
except maybe
now.
Gia. Yeah. But I mean, I think they clearly want Brooks there.
Yeah.
I mean, they had him introduce Liam. I think Brooks and Amir kind of have some production protection, or like production really
Yeah.
wants them to
I
happen,
agree.
or like is centering them in things, which I don't mind with Amira. Not necessarily. I don't really mind with Brooks either. He's just kind of he doesn't. I don't dislike him. He's just I
Yeah.
want more from him.
Yeah.
But I'm rooting for all the Bravo celebrity kids to a degree.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think there's nobody that I, like, dislike on this show that I'm like, "Get 'em
Yeah.
outta here."
Right?
Um
I do like when I see Amira, Ava, and Riley kicking together as the black girls. I
Mhm.
want to see more of that.
Yeah.
Because they sat together for the after show and then they hosted the event together in the second episode. I was like, okay. So I
Yeah.
like that little alliance. I hope they can, foster that a little bit more.
Yeah. I think the show is just gonna kinda continue to grow into its own thing and figure itself out, and I think that's kinda where I feel like Bravo's kind of, like, seeing where this goes and, like, how it kinda lands
Yeah.
before they start branching out maybe into other cities, other shows, spinoffs.
Yeah. For sure. Which I should have watched the trailer. I just hope it's not like a strong start and then constantly rehashed same
Right.
conversations and whatnot.
Yeah.
I ain't seen nobody popping somebody in the mouth in any trailers or,
Yeah.
future episodes, so that was not gonna be like Married to Medicine, but I just do hope things I hate when a show is just, like, stale sides the whole time. I
Yeah.
do hope things evolve and, like, the dynamic, gets interesting, like, people are
Yeah.
switching sides and turning up friends, and someone's friends with Charlie and then they're not,
Yeah. But I'm gonna stay tuned in. I'm curious to see where it goes.
No, I guess I'll see. I'll probably Love Island ending, so I need something to watch,
Right? You need something to fill that void.
right? Before we get into these weak ass maids, our nannies.
Oh yes, yeah. It's time to get to them ladies. Um, but yeah, any final thoughts on Next Gen NYC before we wrap it up?
No, but if you're in charge of casting, I have some cousins who'd be great.
Oh Lord.
I just feel like I have some cousins that'd be great.
I just don't want your family tea getting dragged out on television.
Ooh, then I'm gonna be on the podcast acting like it didn't happen.
Not you have not you calling out Julie Chen and leaving the podcast to avoid difficult questions.
But still continuing to the host of this show. Well, I don't have another show to keep hosting, so
Not you continuing your TikTok skits while we're not appearing on the podcast.
now you posted to the account. Well,
That'd be crazy.
we'd have to have a legal dispute over that.
Yeah. And you know what? And I'm not dealing with no Julie Chen Moonves today. Um,
And I'm not dealing with your ridiculous court wigs either. Because I know
oh,
you'll pull up with some 6'13" fucking inches that you never wore before to wear
the
to
mid
court.
part, the middle part, it's gonna be
Fucking
sleek.
6'13" bust down like you're a fucking Targaryen.
Well, I'll have that one day, and then the next time I have a little bob or something, it's gonna be tight.
Not the Lord Farquaad.
Ooh, I might wear that. I might wear that. I might wear the little ma wig like Brenda in Scary Movie.
Oh, I think I'm gonna go with an afro wig. Something
Okay.
real Diana Ross. Something real Luann on Halloween.
Okay, Luann. Okay, Luann. I heard two men's voices. One was Luann.
And speaking of that, which was on a trip, I do hope they get a trip this year. I do love drama on a trip. Actually, I
Yeah.
didn't watch last season, so I don't know if they had a trip, but
I don't
usually
think they
season
did.
one of shows don't have trips.
Yeah. No, we need or it's what, if there's a trip, it's a ratchet ass trip to, like,
Right, it's
Ashley
giving
Darby's
local
house.
trip, but like they can figure. I don't know when they film. Probably not
Yeah.
the summer because it's airing in the summer. It seems like they filmed in the fall because it's like, oh, summer ended.
Mhm.
But they could go out to like upstate, a little mountain, Lake
Do
George. They can go to Liam's
something.
place in Lake George. Like they could do a little local. Like
Ju
season
just
two of a
just
show, you need a trip,
just
and
send
it's
them,
not Salt Lake City. Nobody's on parole. Y'all could take a
right?
trip,
Just ship them off to Bluestone Manor at this point.
right? Make Ava Daddy pay.
Can you imagine these kids getting cussed out by Dorinda staying in her house?
I would kind of love it. I thought they should do that.
I could definitely see several of that. I could see Charlie
Why don't
immediately
they bring
breaking the
Hannah
rule.
on? Bring Hannah on.
Oh, okay, Hannah. I think
I,
Hannah's
I,
too.
I would say bring Quincy, but Quincy too rich for that shit.
Yeah,
That's a certain legacy that's not doing this shit. The
Qu
more
Qu
kids,
Quincy's like, "I got that JP Morgan cat."
right? We're not gonna see Quincy.
Yeah.
I'm surprised no Roni kids actually. Now that
Right,
we're
yeah,
thinking
on
about
a
it,
show set in New York City.
right now that we're thinking about, it, we got an Atlanta kid, a Jersey kid, two Atlanta kids,
Right.
a Jersey kid.
Yeah. A
But I
fucking
mean, I feel
Picture
like
You
one of
doc.
I don't know. Luann's kids probably saw what the show did to their mommy, and they don't want to
What
do
I
that.
hear that Luann's daughter
I
will
thought
fit in
Avery
that.
would be here when I first heard of the show. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
I'll say well, maybe they don't wanna, like, because of, like, Ramona's, like, racism and those scandals and stuff, maybe
That's
they don't really wanna,
true.
like, remind people of that.
Yeah. A girl I used to work with said she was Avery's roommate at her first school. Fun fact.
Oh, really? What was Avery like?
She said she was regular. She didn't really give much tea outside of that.
Oh, okay.
So maybe there was more to spill.
Right? What and she
She
and she
just
said,
yeah.
she said, "And I'm not saying it until I get my Netflix documentary."
Well, maybe she
But
signed an NDA too.
I'm saying it if y'all wanna, support us and not watch that Netflix documentary expose about us, um,
Oh,
I'm just kidding. That's not happening, but maybe it should give us a little buzz. Um,
now some former coworkers of ours being like, we don't like these two.
I mean, I've been mean to some coworkers in the past, I'll admit it. Um,
I haven't.
okay. But but
I maintain that.
but if you wanna follow us on social media where we are very kind and nice and sweet, we are at On a Real Note Pod across social media. We swing across Instagram just like Michael's dingling. We are
Oh,
on the Clock app, we're on X, we're on Blue Sky. You may be watching us on YouTube right now. We're everywhere, so come check us out. We're worldwide like candy. Uh
period.
and of course, wherever you are following us, give us the thumbs up, heart, rate us 5 stars, whatever the metric is. Everything helps. And if you have ideas for content, if you have something you want to see us talk about, slide into our DMs and give us suggestions. We're open.
Right?
But
We might
have,
still even cover The Bachelor if they ever air Taylor season.
if they ever air Taylor season, we will cover that. But we're holding out. We're on strike until they air it.
We're
Uh,
on strike.
We're on strike, Bachelor Nation. But thank y'all so much for listening, watching, engaging, and y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you.